Good gracious. Well, that'll be some cool behind-the-scenes bonus content as I talked to myself and nobody else about things going on. First day. Jeez. Okay, second welcome to Retro Boost Live. Here I am thinking we were live a minute ago and I was talking to the thin air. We back. 15-second quick recap. Had to completely rebuild my computer, reset up my computer because of all kinds of problems. So had to rebuild all this. The fact that I'm able to do this today is a miracle, and goes to prove why I am prepared for all contingencies of disaster. Because I keep backups of all my exe files, which made reinstalling programs super quick. So yeah, now we're caught up. So we're getting into chapter 6 today. This chapter is gonna be interesting. The final boss definitely has me a little worried, because we're playing with double pain. So Mario takes twice the damage on attacks. Hello! Good to have you here, Passix. I was saying, luckily I'm recording this, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload a pristine capture version of this as the replay. I spent 3 minutes talking to nobody, because I thought that I was live, but the recording was active, so the footage is not lost. Hey, and Niles here as well. Everyone's here. Let me adjust the volume there a little bit. Alright. That's why I have the chat actually on the recording this time, because since the replay won't be available, I wanted the chat to be preserved, so we're all set. But yeah, for the first 3 minutes, I was just monologuing to nobody, and then I realized that the capture thingy on YouTube said preview, and I was like, shouldn't this be live? So whoops. Yeah, quite the weekend though. Rebuilding everything on my computer. That was fun. All right. This chapter, this part of the chapter is a little boring. I forget what advances things. Oh, the conductor. We have to show the conductor the note. Yeah, so I figure, yeah, to your point there, I think that doing it live, you get the hangout part of it, you get to chat and have that element of it, and then for anyone who watches afterwards, I wanted it to be a better looking, the best it could possibly look. Now, what you're seeing now, I hope looks better than last time around, because the bitrate is substantially higher. Trying to take full advantage of what my fiber service can let me do, because the house got hooked up with fiber roughly a month ago, and I've been kind of playing with the settings, but there's some kind of processing thing that's going wrong with YouTube for me, where even though I was giving optimal output settings on the last 2 streams, they're only taking it in as 720p, and they're not processing it to 1080 like they should, which is my motivation for recording this and having the recording being the replay versus the live replay, because the recording will look substantially better. that's why I added the chat to the actual experience here, so that part of it can be preserved. But doing it live is its own fun thing. Yes, I have. I haven't been able to figure out what's causing the problem. Like, it's not every video. The controller video that went live today, I uploaded that, and it didn't have any of those issues. I don't know if it's length, because the podcast that we recorded is like roughly an hour long, and then the 2 other Retro Boost arcades were all beyond 30 minutes, because one's a finale episode, so it's longer than average because of that, and then the other one's like 35 minutes, 32 minutes. I don't know if it's the length, but yeah, what happens is I upload it, and then you watch the video, and like depending on the video, they're a little bit different. But like for one of them, it's not like the last fifth of the video. It's like 25 minutes in. Everything will like freeze and then catch up. But the audio works. Like the audio doesn't also freeze. It's so strange. And YouTube keeps telling me that it's like it's processing. Just give it time. But like that's like it's not what it is, because one of them's like at this point a month old and still does it. Dang it. And like no matter what I tried to do with exporting it, it wouldn't. It's just like it like recognizes that footage and just decides to screw it up. Like, I don't know. I tried different variations of the export file and different bit rates, all kinds of stuff. The only way to get around it is uploading it as an AVI file, which I can't export in AVI because it's just too performance intensive. My computer literally crashes trying to do it. I can, however, convert to AVI. But that cuts the frame rate from 60 to 30, which I wouldn't normally care about for like me just talking about controllers, but for gameplay I'd prefer to keep it at 60. Disappointing. I made a Twitch account and like it was all ready to go. I've just never used it. YouTube just seemed a little easier, keeping everything in under one roof. I've followed the developments of Twitch over the years. I know that like feature-wise, it's a lot richer. YouTube may get there at some point, but yeah, I have one. Just never used it. Cool. Yeah, the hiccup is a good way to describe it. He thinks that we're Luigi. Silly man. I currently have I think it's 4 different tickets open with YouTube to have them kind of check on things. That's so bizarre. But whatever. Moving past it. I've got AVI versions of the 2 Retro Boost arcade videos made up, so I can move forward past that. I just have to finish. Got 3 more Retro Boost arcade videos to edit. And and then the fall season, as I would call it, is ready to go. Oh no, they are not, because like the original one that I reported when this first started happening, that was like a month ago. And I haven't gotten any communication, and I chatted with them asking for an update, and they said that they would let the guy know. But yeah, they were trying to blame it on me too. The first few ones, they were like, "Oh well, obviously it's in the original video," and I was like, "It's not. I wouldn't upload a video that has like rampant, like stuttering and performance problems. It's one thing to make like a little mistake and like transitions missing or something, but like I wouldn't upload something that's unwatchable." And like I had to upload the raw file to Google Drive and then send them a link, and then they were like, "Oh," it's like, yeah, see, it's you. I don't know why it's you, but it is you. You can tell that it's screwed up because like a video that's like 16 gigabytes in size will process to 4K on their back end in like 30 seconds. Like something is clearly not correct with it, and I don't know what it is. No one knows what's going on. Like I even tried to post in r/YouTube and like asked like, has anyone ever experienced this? And like no one responded. I'm not surprised though that subreddit's on fire right now with all of the various YouTube dramas occurring at the moment. Yeah, that's my thought process too. Is you know, what do they care? Like I get what am I currently getting? Let's see. I haven't looked at this in a long time actually. That's about the average I get. Yeah, I'm averaging 504 views per 48 hours. Which is, yeah, I'm at like 1,500 views a week. I'm definitely not on their priority list. Call me Blanket PI, baby. It's all good though. Like I've found a workaround for it, so I can move forward. I mean, it's frustrating, but I don't know, it's weird. I don't know what triggered it. Just started happening recently. This doesn't seem right. Oh, this is our room. I think this is it. Aha! Dark. Gotta get the diary for the ghosts. Don't read it though. I would like to have a trip like this. Some multi-day train voyage. Seems like a good time. There's not a lot of that where I live, though. Compared to other countries, the U.S. does not have a lot of trains for passenger use. It's very limited. I see your comment on the controller video there, Passix. You like the original stuff. I like the original stuff too for everything except the N64. I think that's the one console where I just can't stomach it. I don't know why too. It's funny because like it was never a problem for me growing up. And then like as an adult, just N64 controllers just like it's just like hard. I can deal with it. I can play a whole game with it. You know, that I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's the one controller that I'm like, I gotta find a way to replace this. My whole desire to have like one controller that controls all stems from just buying a bunch of different controllers to talk about. And then I was like, oh no, I'm drowning in all this stuff to simplify things. Because I used to, you know, obviously at one point I didn't have these, and for all of my consoles I bought extension cables for so that I could sit on the couch that's right here and have them run to the consoles. Yeah, the sticks with age. I mean, you can see it in my video, like that gray N64 controller. That's my original N64 controller. It's one of two that I've had since the beginning. That's the one that came with the console when I was like, however old I was back then, 5 or 6 years old. And it's just a little droopy. Oh no. Get away from me. I don't even think it's like a bad controller. I just think it's a product of its time. Like it was the growing pains of the 3D era. Like I don't. It could have been a whole lot worse. It's fascinating as hell. Like it's worthy of study. The way it's designed. It's just like to me the most natural one to yeah, experimental is a great word for it. If there was ever one controller to like take and try to like optimize or improve, that's the one. Well, maybe the Jaguar. I don't know if that one counts though. It's trash console. Just totally just had a brain. If there's one console that I really love the controller for and like never mind substituting, it'd be the GameCube. I think the GameCube controller is pretty timeless. I like the Retro Fighters Battler and Blade, but the main reason I like them is that they're so similar to the GameCube controller. They're not trying to like make it something new. It's just price-wise better than trying to find like an actual Wavebird, which if you did find, you know, it'd be like 20 years old and who knows what it's been through. Always liked the PlayStation controllers too. They're pretty good. Talkie. Same. I have a gold PS3 controller that I bought new in like 2012 maybe. Still works perfectly fine. Like no need to, like it's pretty nuts actually. How it works so well. Nope. PS3 was my main console for that generation. The vital paper. I think I have to talk to them first. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. No, 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 no. God of War Ascension. I think I read that that studio is making something that's not God of War next. It's like their first new IP in like 20 years, which is pretty cool. But God of War's crushing it. That franchise is crazy how well it's done. I don't think I've seen. Is that the? Was that one white? God of War Ascension controller. That remind like I think I've seen that one before. God of War Ascension controller. Well, yeah, that looks awesome. It's like tan and red. It can be yours on eBay for $107. Whole bunch of PS3 controllers. Oh, that camo one. I remember that one. Yeah, I don't recall what their game actually is gonna be, but they're something new from them. Alright. Time to catch the zip toad. Oh, that's right. He's hiding here. He's hiding in 5. Here we go. Aha! Wow. Alright. This is a speedrun now, apparently. I've never done that before. Normally he bounces all over the damn room. Alright. Enough rubies. I have my gold one is still chugging along fine. I don't know. I got the short end of the stick on the Defender controllers because those Retro Fighter ones were they feel and play like really good, but like the ones I got just aren't reliable. Plus now I got those Brook Gaming Wingman adapters, so I can create a very weird paradoxical situation and play PS3 with the PS4 controller now. Or 5 for that matter. Alright, here we go. Things are gonna get interesting now. I made a point to get the Spike Guard badge last time, so that I can jump on the Spinies and the Pokies. I haven't owned a lot of special edition controllers. One that I had that I really loved was the Titanfall controller for the Xbox One. It was like white and orange and black. It was really cool. I had it for years. Wore it out. It doesn't even work anymore. I still have it. It's somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's back there. I've also got a custom-made purple one, too. Alright, now the battle's beginning. There was like a time in my life where it was like all I would want is like a special edition controller for some reason. It was like, it was during the Xbox generation. Xbox One was my console for that generation. And it was like at one point all I had were special editions. I don't know why. But I got that Titanfall one, and then like after that wore out, I replaced it with this Call of Duty one. I didn't even own the game in question. It's just the controller just looked cool. It was like gray with gold accents on it. And I was like, that looks really cool. I want that. And then for my birthday one year, I paid to have the Xbox Labs service thing, where you can like, they'll design a controller per your choices. You choose the colors for it all. Oh, here we go. And right out of the gate, that one's gonna be a problem. No, I misclicked. I meant to hit the guy in the back. He's gonna make us dizzy. Wow, great. That'd be a waste. These can't miss. But I'd be burning that early. Oh, God. Yeah, I can grab it real quick. What you do is, I don't know if they still offer that, but it was called Xbox Labs. It's a website that they hosted, and you would go through this process of like choosing the colors for every part of that was terrible. For every part of the controller, so like the sticks, the front, the back, the the shoulder buttons, the face buttons, everything, and like you'd choose the colors for it all. Oh my God, another one. It's expensive, so I only ever did it once, but I got it right here. Whoop. Change this to the bigger screen. Woo. This guy. So this one I did the labs thing. Camera's kind of hard to pick it up, but my name is engraved on the bottom right there. But yeah, like you go through and like pick all the colors. So it's mostly purple. Yeah, it's like my controller. Like it's the only one like this in the world. I think it was like after taxes and shipping and everything, it was like toward $100, I think. So it was like a birthday money situation back then. The current Xbox controller I use is not that different. It's also just like a purple one. Just have that one now. And my PS4 controller is a gold one. Which is... I like that one quite a bit. We should just end this one fast. Please be enough. Has to be enough. Where'd you buy them from? I got... When I ordered all mine, I think I got mine from Castlemania. The institution formerly known as. They're expensive. That's why I was only buying like a set of them every like 4 months or so. Oh, frick. Oh, no. That's some tricking me. That's like those Mega Man cube puzzles. I hate that stuff. No, I'm an idiot. They made this easier in the remake, I think. I think the pattern's more identifiable. Oh, slate it. First try. Okay. Yeah, I think there's like a... I think I'm 20 seconds ahead of you. That's how that works. The best... To have the best performance. And so it's definitely weird. Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha. Castlemania. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I got mine from Castlemania too. Oh boy. They're nice though. I have HD Retrovision's like the bulk of what I got over there. PS2, PS3, Wii, and don't currently use them, but for the longest time I had them for the Super Nintendo, which I swapped out for SCART, which wasn't a quality thing, it was just to create more space on the Extron Switch. Oof. Ah. So far, so good. Final boss is what's going to scare me, though. I mathed it out last session. The final boss is capable, if I just totally screw up action commands, the boss of this chapter is capable of dealing like 40-something damage to me per turn of my 50 health. I don't think I'd screw it up that bad, but it's gonna hurt. Ah. 145 euros. Let's see. think euros are worth more than dollars right now. Ah! Yeah, that's expensive. That would hurt. 160 bucks. That's the thing about the retro gaming market. Retro gaming enhancement industry is not a cheap one. That's why there's a lot of advocates that are just like, just get a CRT. And it's like, yeah, yeah. But not everyone can just have a CRT on standby in their living room, you know? I was like, I want one. I've been keeping an eye out for them at thrift shops and whatnot, but it's like, where would I put it? Nope. That was on purpose. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna level up on this one. Ah! It's the first bingo in a while. It's important to note that a bingo that occurs on poison mushrooms causes an instant game over. Since it does double the damage. You take half your HP as a penalty, which doubles it. That happened once in the first or second stream of this. Brutal. Yeah, RetroTINK definitely makes it simpler with the emphasis on component. That's kind of the whole like philosophy of that, is just it's simple. It's like the most compatible, generally speaking. That sounds nice though. There was a system like that at the game shop near me. They had a SCART only PVM that was like really nice. But the audio was like very complicated, and I would struggle to think how to best capture that. Jeez, the eternal debate. We need more badges. It's badges. Because that's what that was my whole idea with my current console setup, is that it's just everything is at some point everything becomes component, and like that was the whole idea of everything. Because even if it starts out as SCART, like the SNES, the N64, and the PS1, through RetroTINK's RGB to comp, they become component. Everything's component into Extron, everything comes out of component to RetroTINK, and it's just maximum compatibility. There's a lot of dudes. Let's see if I can do it. Earth Tremor. Ah! Ooh, that's heavy. My family's had TVs like that in the past. As someone that still works around electronics at my job and just in general, doing a bunch of work on theater equipment and whatnot, amplifiers of the modern era or home theater receivers of the modern era are still just as heavy, coming in at like 45 pounds is a pretty good average. Yeah, that's about about 25 kilograms. Some are much heavier though. Some of that high-end stuff just gets so ridiculously dense. I've had those days where I'm just like, you can't get it to work the way I want it to. Just gotta move on. There was a friend of mine that I used to see a lot that was really into the audio side of all this stuff too. Like his speciality was like analog audio technology and distribution. It was really cool stuff. Alright. So, I can equip more badges. I have my list of acquired badges because I used Action Replay to start this all with everything. The purpose being to start with damage, double pain equipped, as opposed to beating Chapter 1 and then equipping it. I wanted it to be difficult out of the gate. Power jump's an option. Hammer throw's an option. Lucky start's an option too, actually. It probably takes too much though. It's probably 5. Happy Heart, Happy Flower. Those are all pretty good, actually. No, I don't have that. What do I have? I have Happy Heart P. Multi-bounce, power bounce. Power jump. Yeah, I'll probably do. So many options. Yeah, this is the list is kind of broken though. So using Action Replay, I started the game off with all badges. And then like I'm finding them in the wild and I'm noting what I'm finding. It's like a lot of, the list gets very messy. Alright, so let's do 3. Do I have Last Stand? Pretty lucky. I should have alphabetized these. I do have Last Stand. That doesn't really make any sense though. Close Call makes more sense. Oh, I don't have Close Call. I never found that one in the wild. Dang. Alright then, we'll do attacks. We will do Hammer Throw. And oh, actually, no. Do I have enough for Flower Saver? Ah, need 4. That would have been a good one. Whatever. We'll do Last Stand. It's not gonna matter at all. And Hammer Throw. And Power Jump. Alright. Flower Saver would have been a good one. No! That's good. Doing fine. I too want to get more into the Super Nintendo. My long-term plan is oh crap, poison. No. My long-term plan is to get the RGB mod for it. I think that'd be a fun comparison video to make. Again, price is the obstacle there, because getting that installed by someone that won't screw it up is going to be expensive. But just kind of in general, like I want to just get to play more SNES. My plan is to finish this game, which won't take all that much longer. This is like... We're at roughly the 70% mark with this playthrough, and then I want to finish Super Metroid, which is on Super Nintendo, and then start some other stuff. That was dumb. It was very dumb. Yeah, feel the pain. Because the SNES is a great console. So many good games, and via the 5X Pro, or even the 2X Pro, if you use S-Video or Component, it looks so nice. I don't know why I'm doing the tattle all of a sudden. I didn't do it for the Pokey or the clouds, but whatever. I think it'll help to see these guys' HP. Plan my stratagems. Ouch! Not cool. What are the 3 games you played? I've played a lot. Beaten wise, not many, but I've played a ton. Bam, got him. Super Metroid's definitely my favorite. I could play that game any day of the week and be very happy. Mario Paint, Mario World, and Smurfs. Gotcha. I'm not familiar with the Smurfs one, for SNES at least. Mario Paint's a classic. I think I have that one. Pretty sure I do. Oh, this thing suck. Nice. Nice. Ah! Spike Guard paying dividends here. Without that, this would be possible. I don't know what I would have to do. I don't know what you can do. Special moves is like all I could do against this Spiny Buzzy Beetles. She can't do anything here. Appeal. Oh my god! That was a lot of damage. Ah, I was looking for him too. That's a good return. That was a close one, man. So, like, stay away, stay away, stay away. Okay, it's all right. I could like, one thing I haven't done a lot that I could easily do is cheese it some by having Mario always in the back. thus I get attacked less often, but I feel like that removes a bit of the challenge if I do that. Yeah, so your comment earlier. Yeah, man, the Angry Video Game Nerd, like, I was watching his stuff before, you know, YouTube was big. Like, I was going to cinemassacre.com to, like, see his stuff as it was uploaded. And, like, a lot of people my age, like, we learned just so much about gaming in general from watching his stuff. The history and all the games and whatnot. Oh. Hey. Okay, what was this one? P up, D down. I'm just gonna sell that thing. P up. D down. Take that, fiend. Ooh, this is interesting. And then yeah, alright, so next turn ends it. Yeah, with these guys, they can just throw stuff. Doesn't really care that I'm in the back or not. Oh, Quest 64? Yeah, that's... Oh, man. So that game, that was one of the many games that I rented as a kid and, like, did not understand at all. Couldn't get more than... Couldn't make any actual progress with it. Then I came back to it as an adult and initially struggled, but then I was like, oh, I get it. The game's pretty interesting. Like, it's definitely not balanced at all, to your point. It's very, I don't know the right way to describe it, but like, there's some things about it that I think are really cool. Like, I like how you just like go into a battle and it's like seamless, and you can move around freely, almost like some weird kind of pseudo D&D thing. Like, there's things about it that are really interesting, but execution-wise, it just like didn't really do very well. And isn't that like famously the only RPG on the N64 or something like that? It's like the only like actual RPG. It's one of your favorites. Yeah. Like I said, it's interesting things about it. I know that it gets like kind of torn apart online, but I thought it was kind of interesting when I messed around with it a little bit. I didn't play around with it for more than like an hour, but it was an interesting hour. But as a kid, I just like did not. Yeah, it's like first or I remember it was like one of the few. I have memories as a kid of being awake at like 6 a.m., turning it on. You start in the top of that tower, and you go all the way downstairs, and you leave the tower, and like the first enemy that I encountered would kill me, and like rinse and repeat like 6 times. I just like did not get how the game worked at all mechanically. But then I got it as an adult, and I was like, oh, I see now. Okay. My HP is low. Ah. I'm not getting good loot drops from these enemies as far as health goes. There we go. My whack-a-bumps. This probably isn't right. Nope. I think, you know, you give it, you do. Oh no 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 no. You give it like S video. I think the N64 looks quite good through the 5X Pro. Some games inevitably look better than others, but I mean, largely, you can get the N64 to look pretty good. No! Ah! Alright, we got it now. There's a room in Metroid Prime 2 that's a lot like this. That's one that I want to stream or talk about at some point, too. Haha! Gotcha now. I remember that game. It's like other F-Zero. That one I rented too. I also remember one of them I need to play again is Iggy's Wrecking Balls. I need to play that again. I have that one. And the 64 wise, the only game that I really want that I don't have is Paper Mario, the original. I own that game on other stuff like Wii, Virtual Console and whatnot, but I don't have the actual cartridge. And I really want it. Okay, luckily they don't hit very hard. It's a little bit difficult to do those. Oh no! I'm scratching my leg. Ah! Ay, ay, ay. The action commands that are like the mystery button are kind of difficult because, you know, obviously I'm using a not GameCube controller, so I gotta be careful. That's why X and Y are difficult. Isn't it like a? It's like, if I'm remembering it correctly, isn't Iggy's Wrecking Balls like Super Monkey Ball before Super Monkey Ball? Like they're very similar games, aren't they? Something like that. I might be like totally off base. But I want to play that again. I'm gonna pop that in at some point. I got this idea for doing like a stream where it's just like, just to play a random game. It's like this is like me playing through this game. I like the idea of doing a stream where it's just like, we're gonna do Iggy's Wrecking Balls for 30 minutes, and then next week is, you know, a poppin' Shadow Man. Like, I don't have that one for N64 though. I gotta get that one. Just play something random. Is it a Goomba? What? Get out of here. I would really like to level up one more time before the boss. But we don't always get what we want. Oh, jeez. Of all the battles, I can make it hits. Not fair. There we go. Oof. I'll have to see. It's affordable, okay. That's good, because a lot of the really good N64 games are like $70 plus typically. Pre-owned, depends on the game who you buy it from, obviously, but. Shadow Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. How is it even a puzzle? Yeah, 15. They don't have it in stock, but I'll put it on my wish list as a option. But the game shop near me, they sell it for $15, which is super good. Alright, we're gonna get our jump. Final jump damage boost. DP, damage per turn for jumping, is now 6 instead of 4. 3 per strike. Now the spin jump's damage output is really good. That's now the strongest jumping attack. Do it one more time. Woo! Bam. Alright, never mind. Alright. Now we got some spring in our step. Where did Koops go? He's just gone. Oh, he got stuck up there. Ooh, that brings up an interesting point then. So, the RGB modded N64 I have has like a jumper thing and not a expansion pack because it's like from Japan. It's a region, it's the Japan region console. I need to see if I can get an RGB modded one down the road that's NTSC so I can put an expansion pack in it, because that means that I can't play like Perfect Dark or Majora's Mask or, in this case, Shadow Man, unless it works normal without it. But I would definitely want to see it in that high res mode, but I could just use my regular N64 with S-Video. Which I'm sure would still look really good. But that's interesting. Because you mentioned high res before, and I was curious, like, wonder how many games can do that. I can't imagine there's many. HP plus. Alright, write that one down. HP plus. Close call P. Gotcha. So that's good to know. So I can run it, but with an expansion pass. Expansion pass. Oh god, expansion pass. Get the Nintendo expansion pass for your N64 to run games in 640. 6 high res mode. Yeah, I've seen the footage. It looked really good. It's definitely like one of the better N64 things in general that I've seen. Get out of here, pests. Freakish creatures. And we did it. Alright, screw it. We'll do the final. We'll do the boss. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be intense. It's going to be very intense. I'm scared as hell of this thing. I mean, even outside, this is one of the more difficult bosses just in general, even without double pain. Because he hits like a truck. But I'll have the benefit of star power going into it, plus... Actually, that reminds me. Let's change up the build some. I don't need Spike Guard anymore. Yeah, that frees up 3. I don't necessarily need any of this. So now I can equip Flower Saber. And we can keep... Let's keep Hammer Throw. Alright. Flower Saber is great because that's going to give us better economy for special moves. It's going to be as if I've leveled up that some. So Shadow Man on PS1 is inferior? Because that's interesting. Normally it's the other way around. That's very interesting. Because I didn't really understand that as a kid. Because we had a PS2 and we had a lot of PS1 games for that I would play. And like the first N64 game I ever played in my life was Gex, and like playing that on N64 I never realized that it's essentially just a butchered port. Like the PS1 version has more dialogue, it has more levels, all kinds of stuff. Same for Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, which is a big favorite of mine as a kid. But that's interesting that it's the other way around for Shadow Man. Very interesting. Yeah, dude, Gex, I love Gex. Gex is a fun time. Tori and I played Gex for our Retro Boost Arcade, but it was one of those days where just everything was going wrong, and like it just kind of ended up not being great. Capture issues, controller issues. I had a SCART cable go bad all that day, and it was just like a total nightmare. I may stream it someday. Jeez. So it's just like, I wonder... I guess it was developed for N64 or PC, and then the port was difficult for them to optimize. That's interesting. Collision issues are always fun. God. Graphically, which one looks better though? I mean, not that it matters. Then again, the N64 running high res makes that very competitive. That's really wild. Good selection of stuff I got here. I got 200 coins, so let's get rid of the boost sheet. Yeah, let's go boost sheet. And one more Thunder Rage. Alright. Ugh. Maximum effort. PS1 is dither hell. Yeah. That's definitely one thing about the PS1 that's interesting, is that you get like a SCART cable for it, you get RGB, it's so clear and nice looking, but the dithering becomes like extremely prevalent and like very upfront. I remember playing Metal Gear Solid when I first got the RGB cables, and it's just like the chevron pattern is all over it. Right into the roof. I can't return her earrings during this traumatic period. Alright. Hello, Christopher. Nice to have you here. You're just in time for the final battle of this chapter. This is going to be very interesting, because double damage wise, this is the boss that's going to cause the most grief outside of the finale, honestly. Like, nothing scares me as much as this thing. Everything else I can think of a way to get through it. This is going to be interesting. I was crunching the numbers, and he can do a lot of damage, like 15 per tentacle strike in its first form, 24, I think, for its claw attack, its second form. Stretch. Here we go. Oh boy. Okay, so first Tattle, then Lightning. Now, that was terrible. No, the fog! That's gonna ruin everything. Oh no. I was gonna do a rally wink and do 2 attacks, but that's... I hit the timing. Ah! God. I don't even know what to do now. The fog's gonna screw everything up. That's kind of what I brought this for. Alright. Jeez. The fog hasn't helped me once yet. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you. Jeez. Alright. Oh, jeez. What was that? Embarrassing. Unlucky. Okay. One more turn of this, I think. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let's give him the good stuff. No! Oh, no. Oh, this is the one that I was afraid of. Ow! Oh, Jesus. Ah. Wow, man, my timing is just really bad. No, it's a wait. Ah, God. Those aren't for you. Without fail, every time. Power jumps what I want to. That wasn't terrible. Oh! Oh. Of course. Oh, you got one more. Alright, spin jump. Could potentially end it here. Ooh. Alright. Oh, just shy of a level up. That wasn't that bad. I mean, it definitely got rough. And my one mulligan got eaten up by Goombella. Which is what always happens. The famous Luigi. Sweet, okay. Chapter 6 is basically in the bag. That is where I'm gonna end this one. This stream will end here. We'll pick up. We just have to go into the Poshly Sanctum, fight a bunch of ghosts, and then do the interquel segment. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do actually before we end it, just to get it done now. Let's return all the stolen stuff. Get some coins. Yeah, it was great having you here. These streams are so much more fun when there's, you know, someone there. It's funny, I'm not as used to doing streams with someone as I am doing them alone, because when I started the channel, a third of what I did was just like Let's Plays that I would record and then put up. So it's funny how I'm like kind of used to talking to nobody. But it's great having you here as well. I really appreciate it. Give this person back their earrings. I'm surprised that I got through that fight as easily. Oh, where'd she go? Okay, whatever. Maybe she's outside. I think she. Oh, yeah, it's because she lives here. Right? Yes. Yes! Give me money. 30 coins. Man. She's holding back on us. Okay. Boop. Transition there. Sweet. Alright, we did it. The Smorg Swarm defeated. That could have been way more difficult. Appreciate you joining me, Passex, for the stream. It's super fun having you. To everyone else who hopped in, appreciate it as well. I'll upload the recording as the replay. So